Hello everyone. Today our special guest Aisha from UK, and Aisha has the 14 years of international experience across academia, higher education, and industry trainings. And currently, Aisha is serving as the engineering trainer in UK. So also pursuing the PhD and University of Glasgow. Aisha, thank you very much for joining. You have many titles. I already mentioned on the screen so that the audience can see directly. So we are delighted to have you here. And Aisha, about the career journey and inspiration, can you please share how initially inspired you to pursue the engineering first, and then how your experience shaped your passion for empowering women in STEM?
Thank you very much, first of all, for having me here, so that I can share my experiences and my viewpoints and my contributions. Um, Firstly, I was since my childhood, I was really motivated and ambitious student, and I wanted to do something big in the field of STEM. I was interested in the science subjects, and my father was a university professor, and specifically his field was education, and that too, like, very, if I mentioned very specifically, it was science education. So like, growing up in such an environment, it was natural to adopt that passion, to adopt that love for learning. And my actually after completing my graduation, or after completing my engineering, when I joined university teaching, that also actually came from that environment in which I had grown up, seeing my father working as a university professor and a PhD doctor. So yes, I was interested in science subjects. I wanted to become something very wanted to make some great contributions in the field. So when I was at the deciding point which stream I had to choose, then I decided about choosing electrical engineering, and then I pursued my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from University of Engineering and Technology, Lahore. And after completing my bachelor's degree, I moved on to the university teaching, and I joined University of Management and Technology in Lahore, Pakistan, as a lecturer in electrical engineering. So, meanwhile, while being a lecturer in engineering, I started pursuing my master's as well from the University of Engineering and Technology. And after that, I had to move to UK 5 years back due to some personal circumstances. So when I moved to UK, then I start kept doing the same thing. I served as a lecturer in engineering at Bedford College, and I was a curriculum lead over there as well, which meant that I managed the whole level 3 and level 2 program, all the full time students. So it was kind of an academic management role, and which gave me, some more leadership abilities and some experience of leadership. And after that, I moved on to my current role, which is at the Manufacturing Technology Center as an engineering trainer, and where we train apprentices who are working in many different industries and companies across the UK. So I during all these years in which I was working in academia, I got a chance to design new subjects, design course outlines, and find innovative ways of using technology in your lessons, in your assessments. And I also completed my while working in UK, I also completed my teaching qualification, and then I started PhD as well from University of Glasgow. So currently I'm pursuing my PhD in electrical and electronics engineering, and the field of specialization is designing the antennas, frequency reconfigurable antennas for unmanned aerial vehicles. So this was how my journey began, and how it started from Pakistan and how it continued in the UK. Meanwhile, carrying out research as well. So I have few research publications as well, and I have been reviewing research papers for several international conferences and journals as well. So I have been supervising final year projects, serving as judge at engineering project competitions, and like there are so many other roles that I have been taking in order to serve in the field of engineering and to also to empower women in engineering. Because when I came to UK, then I discovered, or I was quite amazed to see that there is a lot of gender gap in, like, it's worldwide, in especially in the field of STEM. And there's a very like small percentage of women that is working in the STEM workforce. For example, if you look at the global gender gap report that was published in 2023, the global number of women, or the percentage of women who are in STEM workforce, is 29.2% only. Whereas in UK, it's even less than that, which is like only 25%. And the number of women who are working in executive roles in STEM is even less than that, which is only 11%. So there's a lot of underrepresentation. There's a gender gap in this, and which is not really equal. Like, it's not very good as per, even United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, because according to if you look at SDG 4 and SDG 5, they are not only about the quality of education and equality in education, but specifically like empowering women and girls in education. And that's why, like, all aspects of education should be women should be included in that, and STEM is also a very big field in which they should be there.
Very nice, very nice. Goal 4 is ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning. And for 5, achieve gender equality. Yeah, so that's nice.
Exactly.
And Aisha, you mentioned about the technology and lessons you and assessments you used. What kind of technologies and what tools you are using, and could you please share?
Yeah, I think that's something that's very common already in most of the universities. It is the online learning management system, which we used in Pakistan as well, which is like Moodle or other learning management systems. But during COVID, for example, Zoom was introduced, but also Microsoft Teams. And then we slowly discovered that Microsoft Teams is not, it's just one of the examples that I'm giving. The Microsoft Team can not only be used for hybrid learning, but also for for the remote learning, but also for the hybrid learning. Like, you can use it partly in the classroom as well, which I did my action research in my teaching qualification as well. My actual action research, or the thesis title in my teaching qualification, was also based upon how Microsoft Team can be employed or incorporated inside the classroom as well when the learners are on site also. So in this way, using Microsoft Teams, the learning inside the classroom was also enhanced, like on site, not only in the remote mode during COVID. So during COVID, we learned like many other softwares or applications as well, which were used to enhance the like learning experience, teaching and learning experience. Because obviously, science subjects, particularly engineering subjects, are very, very hard to teach in the remote setup. So the students were struggling. It was natural. So in case of such a pandemic, or in case of such an emergency situation where you cannot have the learners on site, then and especially when you have to conduct science experiments as well, engineering experiments, which include lab and everything, it's quite difficult to teach them, because you can see that the students are not having a good experience, and they are not learning very well, because they are struggling to grasp, because you are at a distance, you're not in front of them, they can't have hands-on experience and everything. So many other tools were enhanced or introduced as well. For example, Nearpod, and there was Kahoot, and many other online applications that were used or utilized to introduce many different kinds of quizzes and interactive stuff, in which or polls or quizzes were designed, video lessons and everything, so that the students can have a better and enhanced experience. And slowly, all those tools that were used in COVID, when it was pure remote situation, they were later introduced into the classrooms as well, because we like gradually learned that okay, yeah, they can enhance the teaching and learning experience, so why don't we just use them like in our everyday experiences as well. So I think that produced really good experiences, because always like interactive tools and stuff, especially, they always give a better experience where the students not only learn more but they tend to remember more as well.
Very nice, very nice. That's good. And Aisha, one thing you mentioned that also one thing I want to add, that MS Teams also used people are using for the project managements and to update the progress of the projects. So it's very additional features of the MS Team as well. So
Exactly.
Aisha, for example, you mentioned about the roles, how to you can say the still the gender gap there. So still the situation, because 2023 and 2025, how is the situation now? And if someone want to join, it is still, it means the opportunity for the women is still available. So if they want to join, how to manage this, and these different roles, you mentioned that you have the multiple roles, how you will manage with your PhD, with STEM and blah blah something, how is you is it manageable, manageable, so the audience can understand the multiple tasks can be managed by Aisha, so we can do as well.
Yes. So the first question that you asked is about like how gender gap, what's the latest situation and how it can be improved. So yes, I picked some statistics from 2023 also, but the latest statistics are not very different as well. The percentages are usually like roughly around 25 and like 26%, just like in UK and many other countries as well. The highest percentage of the women in STEM graduates is in India, but still, like the percentage that joins the STEM careers, the people graduate, like women and females, they graduate, they get the STEM education, but even if they get the STEM education, they don't continue in the STEM careers. So it can be due to many reasons, because of the environments of the organization, due to the gender pay gap, and also like due to in for example in South Asia, there are household responsibilities which sometimes stop you from pursuing your career in STEM. So there are many reasons due to which the women, even if they like join the STEM fields, they are not able to continue in the workforce or their career in STEM. So it's important for the environments in the organizations to be supportive, encouraging, so that women can easily continue obviously their careers. In many different countries, the percentages are obviously slightly different of the women who are joining the STEM careers or who are graduating in STEM, but they are due to many different reasons. For example, in UK, the main reason can be the gender pay gap, or just the trend, like simply women think that or the young girls think that STEM is not for them. It's something that they don't like to pursue or like to take up. So for example, according to a survey done by PwC, like only 3% of the women, they think like, or they take STEM as their first choice of career. So which this percentage is very, very low. And I think if there's more female representation, for example in UK, when I saw these statistics and when I saw that there is a big gender gap in STEM especially, so I decided to like become an ambassador for that and do my part wherever I can. So one thing is just a silent representation. For example, when I'm working, when I was like in both organizations where I have worked in the UK, when you are there, you are just like people can see your learners can see, and more learners who for example come at the open evenings or other events in the company, who are looking forward to like get admission or join that organization, when they see that yes, there is a female trainer or female lecturer as well, it's automatically a representation. So one thing is underrepresentation, then there is gender pay gap, then like there are many different factors, and organizations environments can be more encouraging, more supportive for women. And I think if and young for young girls and for young women, you can show them like all the legends or all the great women in tech who are making who have made great contributions and who are making great contributions. So I think there can be many different workshops or seminars, or if you just show them that yes, other women have done this. So I think yes, it's something that they can think that yes, we can do that as well. Second question of yours was about how I manage all these things. So yes, it's difficult managing a full-time job alongside your PhD, and especially like I do many other like roles as well, part roles, for example volunteering, like reviewing the research papers, and also for IEEE, I'm a very active member of IEEE as well. And I go on conferences as a speaker, like sometimes on IEEE's behalf, and I'm doing some many other volunteering services for IEEE as well, and I'm a member of IET as well. So yes, it becomes like sometimes difficult to manage things because you have deadlines and tasks and many different roles. But yeah, it's like juggling between all these roles. And I think many things are like out of interest or just out of passion, which I do. So I think if one is passionate, it's like they somehow like manage it when they really want to do like all of it and everything, and they love all of these aspects of like their job or their life. I think it's easy to manage then.
Very nice, very nice. Asha, one thing, for example, those who are just has doubt that or they want to join as a volunteer ambassador, STEM ambassador. How you can say that this joining as a volunteer in the STEM as ambassador will help boost the career as well? How you will link these two things so that the audience can be encouraged to join this career, especially women.
I think when you become like an ambassador, for example, like for women in STEM, or for you represent like for example, I have written many articles on IEEE's behalf as well, and for like that are about technology also. Many web articles that are not only about technology, but they are also about encouraging women in STEM and the diversity and equality and inclusion. So I think yes, it gives you like a recognition as well, because you are seen and you are heard. So also like for example on LinkedIn, if you expand your network, so as much as you expand your network, then you are seen more, you are recognized more. When you are like, for example, I'm writing like web articles in technology or from IEEE's platform, or for example I'm doing this podcast with you, so it automatically gives you recognition, and it helps you in your career, in your personal development also, because it helps you in your in boosting your career, your communication skills, I think your leadership abilities. And I think yeah, there are many benefits, because I feel that I have got a lot of recognition, and my own career has benefited a lot. Like people recognize me not only in the UK, but also I got a chance to represent like women in STEM and women in engineering in UK. And I feel like quite honored that like when I went to Europe, and I like gave the talk as a speaker in 2 consecutive years, last year and last to last year, in the European Women in Tech conference. I was the only speaker of Pakistani descent. So I think that's not only a moment of pride for myself, but also for my country. So I think yes, you get represented, you get recognition as well. And I think that's how you are like, you are also seen and heard when you are sharing your viewpoints and when you are becoming an ambassador. And yes, I think
Very
that's
nice, very nice,
yeah.
very nice to represent Pakistan in the Europe. That's nice, nice, Aisha. You mentioned about the articles, to STEM articles you are participating, write the articles. What kind of platforms you are using? Is it free or paid? And if someone want to participate, it is necessary to be included in STEM, or apart from STEM, anyone can voluntarily write the articles and can use these kind of platforms?
Most of the articles that I have written, web articles that are present online, some of them are, for example, on Business Reporter. Most of them, they are invited articles, like I write them on upon invitation from IEEE. So if you like, for example, if some people are already in the field of, especially in electrical engineering and computer sciences, and if they are, most of the people usually are already members of IEEE. I think if someone is watching this and they want to do something like that, so I think IEEE, they encourage you to become a volunteer or an ambassador. You can, if you go on IEEE transmitter website, you can participate and you can kind of join them as an ambassador, or for example IEEE young professional. So there are many other platforms in IEEE, like for example Women in Engineering. There's WIE IEEE as well, so you can join that as well. So if you join something like that, you can get a chance. I have some video like recordings as well, where I have talked about from IEEE's platform, where I have talked about many different technology topics. Then there are some articles about women in STEM and women in tech, which are on Business Reporter. I have written a lot of articles about artificial intelligence. My talk was about artificial intelligence. One talk in Amsterdam, and the other talk that I gave in Amsterdam, that was about the role of 6G, or how 6G can be used in robotics. So if people are already, I think most of the people in like the field of electrical engineering and computer sciences are already member of IEEE. So if they want to do something like that, they can join IEEE transmitter, and where they can get a chance to write such articles and contribute.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah, and I think if there are other engineers who are watching, it's definitely like they have other like organizations and such platforms where they can actively participate or volunteer in such things.
Very nice, very nice. That's nice. And if someone want to read your articles, where is that, on the Google or something on the?
Yes, if you search on Google, you can like read a lot of articles. If you write Aisha Iqbal, electrical engineering, or if
Okay,
you write Aisha Iqbal, senior member IEEE, I think you can get a lot of my articles and like the video responses, which I have shared on technology, different technology topics. And I think most of these links I have shared on my LinkedIn as well. So if the easiest way is to like follow me on LinkedIn. So if
very
you
nice,
just follow me on LinkedIn, then I just keep sharing all of these things. So I think that's one of the easiest ways, like to
very
access my.
nice. And these articles are all the articles are available in LinkedIn, Google Scholar, or it's apart from Google Scholar as well.
It's not on Google Scholar. Actually, my research papers or articles are on Google Scholar, but the journal articles, like web, online web, like articles, web blogs, they are like when you search it like this, then they are just available. For example, if you write Business Reporter, probably
Okay, business reports. Very
it's just
nice.
Business Reporter. Yeah.
Very nice, Aisha. Aisha is, you are on the top 10% of engineers also. You publish the articles based on this. What, can you please share the story? It's very inspiring.
Yes, that's actually published by Bedford City's local newspaper. This news was published by that newspaper actually, and it was when I was promoted to the senior member of IEEE role, because only like 10% of IEEE members are promoted to the senior member role. So that's why when I was promoted, so that's when this news was published.
Very nice, Aisha. That's inspiring. audience who is seeing you, maybe hopefully, and surely they will get inspired from your talk. And I hope I'm also enjoying your talk. And really, it's very slow, but I'm enjoying actually. So thank you for this. And Aisha, one thing more. For example, the you mentioned that the women can join as a STEM in IEEE, because the today's topic is women's. Only just as a curiosity for the males, if you have something about share for the gifts for the males, they can also participate in STEM or some other activities, something like that.
Yes, I think just like, for example, I said that if you want to become just a STEM ambassador, I am like, yes, I talk about women in STEM and women in engineering a lot, and I write about it a lot. But if you just want to become like, if you just want to talk about technology, regardless of whether you are a male or a female, or you want to write about it, different technology articles or topics, so there's, yes, that can be done on IEEE transmitter as well. So I think, yeah, they give, like, they invite, like they keep inviting, they have mentioned it on their page or web page as well, that you are welcome to join that or like participate in that. Then if there are, again, I said that it's only mostly for electrical engineers and computer scientists, which who join like IEEE. But for other engineers, other engineering streams, or other STEM streams, you might find something on which, like, some platforms or some organizations on which you are like invited to write, or you can easily, well, IEEE, for example, they contact me, and they usually like invite an article and ask for a specific topic, that if I can share my viewpoints on that, and that's how I like send it to them, and that's how it's published. So I think
Very
that's a great opportunity that that helps me build my, like, very good profile as well. Not only like sharing my viewpoints or giving me an exposure into the field, or looking into a specific field from this point of view, but after sharing my thoughts, obviously I get my recognition. I like, it's for my personal development, for it improves your communication skills, your network expands, you get better career opportunities as well. So I think, yeah, there are a lot of benefits for, obviously, whenever you are like indulged in anything like this, which is like related to writing, speaking, or anything communicating, that always develops or builds you.
very nice, very nice. That's good. That's good, Aisha. And Aisha, one thing, for example, what were the some key barriers or challenges you faced as a woman engineer, and how did you overcome them? If you want to share the case studies.
Yes, there are obviously challenges, as like as I said, that in Pakistan there are different kind of, if it varies from like country to country. Like continuing a STEM career, it's obviously hard in South Asian countries. But yes, if your family, friends, if they are supportive, where you are working, if there is a supportive environment, and women are as welcome as men, then I think it's not difficult. So I think where I worked, it was like very supportive and encouraging. There was no problem in continuing my job. Uh, and I think that's why, like, I was able to pursue this career. And when I came to UK, then yes, as I told, that there is a less trend of joining the STEM career. So I was the only like female lecturer in my department in the Bedford College. And also I was not only a lecturer, but also I was working as a course manager, which is actually an administrative role. So you have to like interact with not only all the students but their parents as well, and also sometimes you have to delegate the work to all the lecturers, and you have to kind of manage a lot of things. So I think going to a completely different country, where the work culture is also different, where the language is different, and where the students, like, obviously their what they have studied beforehand, their schooling is different from what Pakistani students, my Pakistani university students schooling was. So from where you start teaching them, from which step you start teaching them or start building their concepts, that was also a struggle. So there are countless, there are, I think, if I start making a list, there are countless things that you like, they are different, and there's a long list of that. And but assuming such a role in which you have to like play as a leader as well, and then at the same time you have to teach, and you have to, and like, gel in with that different work culture in a different country with the different kind of people, and where your language is also different. So especially when you have also gone from a developing country, there can be many different challenges. But I think, like, I'm obviously, as an Asian woman, as a Pakistani woman, and especially that too in engineering and STEM, I saw it as my strength. And this is something that I'm very proud of, that I like, I obviously gelled in and I assumed those positions or those roles. And I was not only like able to perform my duties well, but I was also like, able to like give a good, like, obviously, image or representation of my country and this region of the world, that okay, like, a woman engineer has come from Pakistan and has like done all these things in UK and then Europe as well. So I think, like, if you like, are able to overcome the barriers, and if you see this positive aspect of it, so I think those barriers or those challenges, they remain behind, and you can just like, see all the honors and prides that you were able to, like, all the achievements that you were able to do as part of your role.
Very nice, man. And Aisha, one thing, for example, the women who want to come to UK alone is very difficult. What's your experience and what your insights that those women or girls want to come in UK and they are alone and they want to survive? Is there any hurdles or pros and cons you want to share, please?
I think, yes, there are, obviously, it's obviously difficult because of different culture as well, but there are some pros as well. Like, for example, by people at my work, I was lucky to have like very cooperative and supportive people at work. So I think when they like saw that okay, like, I have come from Pakistan, and they were like much appreciative, and they were very much like, encouraging, motivating, very supportive in general as well, very caring. So I think generally, like, people appreciate you, they encourage you. And I think it's like, there, yes, obviously, being alone in a different country, moving alone to a different country, it's sometimes challenging, there can be many barriers. But once, like, the starting is obviously the beginning, it's a bit challenging or it's a bit different. But then you slowly, like, start getting used to it, and you start, like, then you develop confidence, then you know about things, and like, and then definitely it becomes like easier with time.
Very nice, very nice. And also, Aisha, if you want to share, you already shared a lot of things, but to be specific, some most significant challenges women currently facing in engineering and STEM careers globally, something, those challenges, if you want to focus, please.
Yes, as like, for joining the STEM education, like, when you take a, for example, if you want to go in engineering or anything, the major challenge in, for example, let's say South Asia or Pakistan, although there are many women in engineering already, like when I graduated, there were many like females with me, like, who were there in university, engineering university, so which is a very good thing. But I think if there is something that is discouraging them, is like a general trend in Pakistan, in which women are usually expected to take on like medical or medicine career only, not the engineering. So for example, there should not be a division between the careers like this, that if you are not becoming a doctor, then you are kind of like, people don't really appreciate that if you become something else. So I think it should be purely out of interest, like if someone wants to go in the medicine field, or if the engineering field or any other technology field. or let's say they want to like pursue mathematics a degree or something. So there should not be a differentiation in that. And sometimes people think that it's very hard, so that's why they get discouraged. Many women, I think, they don't join STEM careers, whether it's medicine or engineering, that because they think that they will not be able to pursue their career after doing their graduation or after completing their study. They will not be able to pursue the career. So they say that what's the point in then like starting this as like, or taking this as your like education stream or your studies. So I think this should also be changed. And then gender pay gap is a big challenge, which is not only in Pakistan, it's something that's worldwide. And I think if like they are encouraged, women are encouraged to not only join the STEM education first of all, and then if they are encouraged to like pursue their careers in STEM, and the organization environments are welcoming, if families are supportive, and I think there is no problem, then we can definitely increase the percentages of which I just shared at the beginning of the session.
Very nice, Aisha. And one thing I want to see that, for example, for the sport and mentorship, we will discuss. If you want to share your own experience, some examples from your experience, how crucial is the mentorship in advancing women's career in STEM?
I think it's important. It's crucial if there are like mentors in front of them, or if they like from whom which they can get the guidance. If there are examples of like some successful women in STEM or women in technology, or let's say women in engineering, I think it's definitely motivating and encouraging, because when they see some success stories, when the young women and young females, they see some success stories, they are obviously like encouraged to like follow the footsteps of like. And especially if you are mentoring like young women, especially the women who are already like very successful or have well established careers in STEM. I think if they like mentor the young girls or females, and they share their experiences and how to overcome the barriers and challenges, I think it can be like very supportive and encouraging, and obviously it can help.
That's nice. And if I will ask you about, because you already have the experience in both academia and industry, so any effective strategies if you want to share to encourage more women in engineering pathways and something in STEM fields, what are those effective strategies you want to share?
Uh, for example, one thing is the same, obviously, that the success stories of like the women who are already have established, established and successful STEM careers, it will help join them. Then, if the organizations are like their environment is welcoming and supportive towards women, the engineering organizations, whether it's industry or if in academia, we give them more supportive environment where they feel comfortable to work, then obviously they will be encouraged to take on the STEM careers as well. And if we narrow the pay gap, there should not be any gender pay gap. If we narrow the pay gap, then obviously it's also something that's encouraging. Then at when the like they are at their early stages of education, for example, when they are in GCSE or A levels, or in Pakistan, let's say they are in metric or FSC, when they are like at this stage, when after that they have to decide about their career, at that stage there should be like sessions, there can be seminars or workshops related to coding, robotics, and like schools and colleges can conduct such seminars or such workshops. So, and such like mini projects or small projects can be given to them. So yeah, there are a lot of things that can be done to see if like a young child who is at the stage of deciding their career, who is going to decide what's their career next, what's going to be their career in the next few years. I think the best thing is for them is to give them a taste of everything so that they can decide for themselves like what they like more. So if you do some like coding workshop or robotics workshop or like anything like that, or you just like hold some sessions where you ask them to prepare some presentations on some technology topics or different streams of STEM also, like I think this will help them to realize what they want to do next in their life, and it will like and then next thing is obviously there should be no disparity, or there should be no differentiation in like when they join after completing their education, when they join the STEM organizations or like the industry where they have to go and work, or if they have to go and teach somewhere. I think if we like narrow the gender gap in that, if the environment is welcoming and encouraging, so I think there will be no problem in like young women and girls to like okay think that okay this is what we want to do, and yes we have the right path in our mind, and we can join all these organizations after we have completed our degree, or there is no problem or there is no barrier. So I think then these statistics and these percentages can be increased.
Very nice, very nice. And also, Aisha, if educational institutions want to create the curriculum that can encourage greater participation and retention of women studies in studying in engineering, or women students in engineering, so how can they create that kind of curriculum?
uh, for example, again, like one thing is they can add into the our books, our textbooks, or our curriculum. The success stories can be added. More representation. The more successful women you show them, like they will be encouraged to like follow the footsteps, and then telling them about many different types of like there are many, for example there are many different engineerings as well, and many like people, young students, they don't even know about that. So you tell them about different careers, more careers are introduced, tell them different streams of engineering, like different technologies, and for example you can have separate sessions if you have some like opportunity or some time, extra time, you can arrange sessions on artificial intelligence and such things, such new technologies which are actually like I mean, oh, literally overcoming the world these days. So as much as you introduce them to all these different things, it might like spark the interest in them, and they might be encouraged to join this.
Very nice, very nice. And also, Aisha, before ending this session, one thing I want to ask you, UK experience, your UK experience, what the pros and cons? Both I want you to share. If someone want to come and someone should not come to UK, both aspects, and also your PhD experience, same pros and cons for your PhD experience and the UK experience as a whole.
My experience in UK, I think it has been very good, and just as like I think people like welcomed me, especially at workplaces. They were encouraging, they were really appreciating, especially because of the fact that I am coming up from obviously a developing country, and that too like a woman in engineering, which was something different because at both my workplaces initially I was the only woman lecturer or trainer in the department at both workplaces. So I think I was lucky to have this kind of environment, and I think most or more or less most of the organizations will have like similar environment, which was very encouraging. When you do something extra, when you do something just like I have been volunteering for many different things, for example, from the IEEE platform and everything, it's very much like appreciated and encouraged. So I think that was a very positive thing. Uh, yes, there is a cultural difference. Like, for example, I was in academia, so I have to teach the learners over here. So when I was teaching in Pakistan, it was quite different because the learners background knowledge or the basics they had developed in school and college, that was different. The background knowledge or the way they have been taught in school in the UK, it's different for UK learners. Some of the qualifications are like quite different style. For example, in Pakistan, it's more on like examination style, but obviously, like over there, it was more assignment, assessment based, like non-exam based assessment style. So there are many things that were different. And then it obviously presents you a challenge as well when things are different, because that is something that's new for you. And also when I went, that's the like to UK, that right after that at the same time, like COVID also came. So I was obviously like blending into a new culture in a new country and a new place, like a new organization, a different type of work culture as well. So and then different types of students obviously. And all these challenges and barriers were there, but on top of that, COVID also came, and I had to like start learning about, okay, hybrid or remote learning and everything, teaching and learning experience. Then I started teaching qualification as well. So yes, it was challenging. um, but like for example, I was already a national, so I was a national since childhood because of my parents, so it wasn't very difficult from that point of view. But for because you don't need a work visa or anything like that for like working and living there. But for like those people who are going as a student and then they get the post study work visa, or they have some like narrow opportunities, because obviously they can only work with those organizations who are like sponsoring them or who are giving them work visa. So yes, there are some restrictions in work for those people who are thinking of going on a work visa or a study, like as a student or on a study visa. But yes, there are a lot of opportunities as well. If you want to go, for example, for masters or PhD, there are lots of scholarships as well, which many universities provide. So there are challenges also of working in obviously a different country when you start, when you first go there and you start working. But then like there are positive aspects as well. um, yes, there are more closely knit for example, the work culture is like you are more closely like working with your colleagues, or there is more cooperation, which was, I think, that's really good, and that was really positive. So I think, yeah, every country, every culture, they have their own like positive and like some obviously some negative points as well, which you may find challenging, or they might be seen as barriers. But I think with your positive attitude and with your own determination, I think God helps you. And I think with your like positive intentions and determination, I think you can overcome all barriers. That's what I have learned in life.
Very nice, very motivated. Yeah, very nice. It's a long session. Let's end this session, Aisha. And just final advice to the women who want to enter in STEM fields, and also they are discouraged by the perceived barriers or something like that, and any other thing. For final advice or final comments you want to share before ending the session, please.
Yes, to all the girls, young girls and women who are who are looking forward to join STEM as a career, or engineering as a career, you can obviously see like many other women and myself as an example. Like I was doing really good in Pakistan also in my career, but when I got a chance to go to the UK, then I was able to not only do very well over there as well, but also like to serve like in engineering careers and academia and research. But I also got more opportunities, which I didn't even think about before, that this will happen, that I will be so much recognized, or I'll get so many opportunities to become, okay, the face for women in engineering. So I think yes, I got a lot of recognition in, for example, as I mentioned earlier, in both UK and Europe, and a lot of opportunities because of that. So I think you don't need to get discouraged if you feel that yes, STEM is for you, and you can pursue those, like you like it, as like you like studying, for example, electrical engineering or any and chemical engineering, civil or mechanical, whatever it is. So I think if you are really interested in that, so I think we have, it's us who have to break the society barriers as well. So if more women will join this, automatically the society's perception will also change. So I think whichever career or whichever stream like you want to take up, if you like take that up and you pursue your career with that, so I think slowly the barriers are also like broken. It's and I think with, and also I would like to say, like the families should be encouraging as well. So if they are encouraging and motivating and supportive, so yes, I think you can have a successful career in STEM.
Great, great. That's to break the barriers, very motivational, and really it's a compelling, insightful, and motivating discussion, Aisha. And thank you for your journey and your especially experience and your journey in STEM. Definitely and incredibly inspiring and deeply impactful. And really, this discussion will have the very beneficial to the women who want to pursue career in STEM. Really have nice to have you in this session, honorable to have you in this session, and really I learned a lot of things from you, and our audience will also learn and who will see in future as well. Thank you, Aisha, for your time. Thank you, and have a nice journey in STEM and in your career and your PhD studentship. Everything nice. Have a nice time ahead, inshallah.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.